Hey everybody, welcome back to J or Budgets, and welcome to week 1 of July's cash stuffing. Hope everyone has had a good week. I had a great week. I was in London from Sunday to Tuesday evening and I had a great time. The weather was amazing, much better than here in Ireland. Didn't spend as much as I thought, which was even better, and I got to see 2 shows, which I will get into, and I also got to see some of West End Live as well, which was free West End, random songs from each show. So I got to see a couple of hours of that, which was amazing. So yeah, I am going to kick off into cash stuffing this week. I did take some money out of the binders this week, which I will let you know as I go through them. But for now, I'm cash stuffing 100 placeholder as always for travel, and then there's €5 there, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that is 160, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 320 altogether. So I'm going to start, as always, with my sinking funds and into technology. So tech this week is going to get a tenner, but I took €20 out of here. So I'll add in a tenner that now has 130 with 100 in the bank. So I took €20 out of there. I bought an app it's like a year subscription to the app. It's called Picnic. It basically turns your photos into like Tinder. So let me explain. So you get it'll show you your photos that you have. So I have 30,000 photos on my phone. It shows you the photos and you swipe to keep or swipe to delete. It'll group similar photos together, and then you can pick which is the best one and then delete the superfluous ones that you don't need. So far I've been using it for a couple of days and I have saved 10 gigabytes worth of space, which is amazing. So yeah, definitely think that that's worthwhile. So eating out was another one that got money taken out of this week. So I took €20 out of this. I'm adding 10 in. So it now has €120 with 100 of that in the bank. So I was in London for 3 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Came home Tuesday night. And what I spent over there on food was probably about €20 because I did 3 mystery guest visits. And with the reimbursements from those, I think the total I spent on food is about €20. So that's going to be amazing. Health has 150. It is not going to get anything else this week. So I also have nothing left from travel or spending money. So I used all of that. Cats then is going to get a tenner this week. So Cats has 50 in the bank already. So 60, 81, 20, 40. So 140 now in Cats. Clothing is gonna get a tenner this week. So clothing has 20, 40, 60, 70. I'm building this back up. I probably won't need to buy anything now until I do go to Canada at the end of August, seeing as I did buy bits recently. Appliances is gonna get a fiver as always. So that now has 20, 40, 60, 110 and a fiver. Actually, I think I took a fiver out of that. Sorry. I took a fiver out of this and a fiver out of home because I bought something for their house. I bought a slicer, dicer thing. Nicer dicer, slicer thing, jiggy. And I caught myself on it the first time I used it. But anyway, this has 65, 120, 115, isn't it? Yeah. So bad. Yeah, 115. Jesus. Took a lot longer to add up than I thought. Books. It still has 50. I did buy a book when I was away. It was a really good book. It was, oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. It was by Claire Douglas anyway. I think it's one of her newer books, and I bought it in the airport when I landed in Stansted, and I read it over the course of the 3 days that I was there, but I used my spending money to buy that. So that still has 50 quid. Home, I took a fiver out of that as well as part of what I bought for the slicer dicer. So that's going to get a fiver as well. That has 20, 40, 5 and 50, so that now has 95 in home. Haircut, didn't get one yet, but it has 10, so I'm going to add in 10 to that. The subscriptions is going to get a tenner this week. So I'm going to swap it out and color in another one of these. So speaking of subscriptions and Netflix, I started watching Squid Games, like the final series of it yesterday. I have one episode left to watch, which I am actually in the middle of watching, but I stopped watching it to record this video. So I'm interested to see how it does finish. It's kind of like at a cliffhanger, so to speak, at the moment. But Subscriptions Fund now has €40. So happy days on that one. And then the Work Gifts Fund, I was going to give it a fiver, but I'm actually not. I'm going to go back and add the fiver from that into home. So when it comes to condensing, I can take all of that to the bank. Night Out Fund is not going to get anything. It has €100 placeholder at the moment. So I'm actually going to leave it at that for now. And then saving for a treat, I took €50 out of this. It was in the bank, so I bought 2 show tickets for when I was in London. I went to see Stranger Things, The First Shadow, which is like a play, like a staged play, and it was phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. A lot of like fade to blacks, a couple of jump scares in it, and it was just like absolutely amazing. So I really enjoyed that. And then I also went to see The Great Gatsby, which is a new show on Broadway. It's a newer one on the West End, and again, absolutely loved it. It was really good. And yeah, the 2 tickets, one was like £20 and one was £25. So between both of them, I didn't actually end up spending like 50 quid. So I just took 50 out. It can go into like a bit of a buffer or something like that. So that now has 20, 40, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40. Should be 40 in here, which 5, 10, 15, 20, and the 20 makes 40. So there's no placeholder left in that one. And this can go back in. I didn't get a chance to clean that off, but that is €100 placeholder in the Nights Out Fund. And then in the Home Fund, it's not getting anything yet, but it has 200, 400, 600, 700, and €50. So beautiful. Moving on to challenges then and spending money. So as I said, I didn't actually have any spending money left over. So that was like, I used that on travel in London. I used that just if I wanted to get a coffee. So I just used it over there. So 2, 4, 5. I have 5 left. And a book as well. So I'm not sure. 2, 1, 2. I don't think of anything major coming up this week. So I can do 2 rolls. And hopefully I don't get stung anymore. I feel like there might be one more passport on this. So currently it's 15. And that was 1. Okay, so it is another suitcase. So that means it's 2 15s this week for spending money. So I can add €30 into here, and that does mean that I can pop that into here for spending on travel. So in this one now, it has 175 in the bank. So, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's €275, €310 in that one. Beautiful. I think I will condense that very shortly. Moving on to travel then. So travel gets €20, and I am rolling this dice for how many of these I'm doing. So these are Go Budget Boo challenges, and they're like mini challenges. So depending on each of these is going to be 3, and depending on what I get, number 1 to 4, that's how many I'll do. So that's 1. So I can cross off one of those, and I'm going to chance doing one more. I got a 1 again. I feel like, come on, anything but a 1. Okay, 3. That's 4 in total. So 2, 3. So 3 by 4 is 12. So I'll pop in 12, and that leaves me 8. And I'm in the office, I think two days next week out of 4, so that should be fine. That was when I created the last, finished, I should say, completed the last time. So pop that in here. And this so far, the Go Budget Boo one, sorry, this €8 can pop back in here to travel and spending, which can go to my wallet for now. But this one now has 2, 4, 6, 7, and then 20, 10, 20, 30, 35, so 42 in that one. And that's the one that we're focusing on at the moment. Get down, you little. So Summer Saver, this one is nearly completed. It has 130 in the bank already with 30, so 160. And then I'm working on the final 2 of these parts. So pack it up. I'm going to complete it this week, which means this is getting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means there should be 35 in here, which I will reallocate shortly into the next one. So just double checking. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, and 20 is 35. So that is that one done, which will get reallocated into here. And then this one is the Pina Colada, and that is going to get a tenner this week. So we can cross off. I'm going to do 2 pineapples. So that has been added in here. So that now has 50 in the bank, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 50, so 115. And the €30 will go in here. So I'll be able to cross off 1, 2, 3, which leaves me with, actually I might like condense down some of these to do the bigger ones. I will see. You'll find out in my reconciliation video, which will be coming up shortly, probably this week. Moving on to another Go Budget Boo one. This is gonna get, that's where it came from. Sorry, I think there should be €20 in here. Which, because I was like changing money around, so I think I took it out of there by mistake, because there should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that is getting 10. That's where it is. So I just didn't add it back in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that has €30. And then this one, there's 2 left. So Dewy and Thaw, it's €4 and €4. So I'm just going to add in 10. And let's go find those. Dewy and Thaw. Dewy is here. And I'm just going to try to find Thaw now. Oh, it's here. So that is now completed. And that one has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, and 50 in the bank. So 105 in that one. And that's that done. And we move into the monthly challenge. So I have 5 left in June. I did condense this a little bit because I needed to get some change. So I'm going to cross off that one, which means June is completed. So I can cross off June here. So June has 50, 70, 95, and 100. So that means that is completed. I'm going to move on to yeah, it is right. This is going to get 20 this week, the July challenge. actually, sorry, only at 15 this week for July. And 15 is going to go to Christmas. So I can do one bang and one firework. And then the final Christmas is this one. This is going to get 15 this week. And I can colour in some more of these ones. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80. And that can go in here. And then that leaves me with the 100 placeholder, which I'm going to pop into travel binder. And that can go into accommodation fund, which should have 150 already, so that's going to have 250. And I can cross off 10 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. And then that is it for this week. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you've had a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.